Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We from Group 6 will present the assignment we studied. First of all, introduction. In the modern world full of various pressure and challenges, it is important for organization to understand and practice a strong and value-based work ethics. Work ethics in Islam brings a unique and profound view, different from the Western approach, which is more often emphasized on secular moral concept. The principles of Islamic ethics are not only taken from the religious value written in the Al-Quran and Sunnah, but also from sufficient aspect of harmony with the final objective of life, beneficial use of time, as well as the principles of justice and trust in administration. So the appreciation of values such as trust, education, and pity to Allah, Islamic ethics support the goal of universal human happiness, not only in the organizational context but also in wider social life. By practicing appropriate work ethics, organization can not only achieve material success but also strengthen moral integrity and justice, which are the basis of true success in the Islamic view.
Okay, now let's look at the literature review part. First is the introduction on work in Islam. Work means effort direction to produce something. According to Islam, the concept of work includes all the economic fields permitted by Sharia and involves receiving payments. In Islam, work holds special significance as it is considered a fundamental act of ibadah. Some people mistakenly perceive the concept of ibadah in their work, thinking that they do not have to work and devote themselves fully to God. Next is fairness among all workers. Muslims consider work as an honor, a clear reflection of human identities and abilities. As a Muslim, Islam emphasizes the importance of justice in all aspects of life, including the workplace. Fairness and equality in the workplace mean respecting the human rights of everyone in the organization. Third, the relationship between work and faith. Faith is the strong belief and conviction in God. Islam emphasizes the importance of being responsible and doing things correctly. Faith in work can be linked when we strive to do the best of ourselves while carrying out our task. Don't let our work only hold value in the world. Allah should also acknowledge all the hardship we experience in the afterlife.
So my name is Nurul Fatiha binti Muhammad Isham. My number metric is 1231950. So we look at the third point in the literature review, which is employer and employee relationship. Next, the employer and employee relationship is extensively regulated both by the respective employment contracts as well as by various law and regulations. Then, according to Junat and Judge 2005, employee relations is a study of the rules, regulations, and agreements by which employees are managed both as individuals and as collective group. The priority given to the individual as opposed to the collective relationship vary from company to company depending upon the values of management. So we can understand that behind the successful of the company, just not about have the best good leader, but also the most important is the employer and employee relationship is must be the best. Fourth is the importance of work. Firstly, from our standing, there are various importance of work in Islam. Firstly, is work will make us always grateful for sustenance, which is we no need to beg others to help us and make us strong to stand on our own without depend on others. Next is seeking barakah in life. At work, apart from achieving your required targets, goals, or KPI to progress, work also about attaining barakah, which is blessing in life. And another meaning of achieving barakah, also gaining your goals or work without hurting others in any ways like backstabbing. Instead, you grow your work with a good circle and positive vibes around you and make others comfortable. Last but not least is dispute on work from the perspective of Islam. Firstly, the concept of work in Islam, called amal, is far broader and has different characteristic and objective than that understood in the Western academic tradition. For example, work ethic is defined in the Quran itself, which mentions the word amal 360 verses. So all these verses stress the need for work and human beings. Next, we can see here that Islam extends to the individual right to choose the type of work he loves and desires without any compulsion. But along with this freedom, the selection of the type of work must be permitted by the Sharia. And on the other hand, work also as a means of worship. In Islam, work is considered a form of worship when performed with sincerity, honesty, purity, patience, and dedication. So this concept instills a sense of responsibility and purpose in every aspect of one works with the intention of seeking Allah's pleasure.
Next slide is about practical part and interview. This is our 12th conversation between Mr. Muhammad Ashraf Hamdi and our group members.
Comparison. First, in an interview with Tuan Ashraf, he identified the fairness of administrative and diplomatic officers towards all employees from an Islamic perspective. He highlights the importance of fairness in working hours and providing justice for all workers. This complements the Islamic belief that every worker must receive a fair chance and opportunities. We can see that Islam teaches us that everyone deserves to be treated kindly and fairly, whether as an employee or an employer.
In addition, there are discussions about employees who do not comply with work rules that often occur in a department or organization. It is possible that an employee is not interested in the job he is doing or may be more interested in work that has a higher salary value. Next, based on the question raised in relation to often prioritizing the concept of Islamic work in a department. This is because Islam emphasizes the balance between the world and the hereafter. And the last thing touched on is about employees leaving work hour for personal work. This should not be done by employees as it is very rude behavior.
But not least, the conclusion, Islamic work ethics, rooted in spiritual and moral teachings, offer comprehensive guidance for organizational behavior, emphasizing values such as intention, justice, integrity, and trust. Unlike secular approaches focused on secular morality, Islam underscores the importance of sincere intention and ethical conduct as crucial to achieving both material success and moral fulfillment. Mr. Muhammad Ashraf Hamdi's interview underscored faith time management, equitable treatment of employees, and integrity as fundamental principles in public service employment. In organizational settings, Islamic principles create efficient, fair, and integrity-driven work environment, fostering harmony through practice like equitable time management and unbiased employee treatment. By embracing these values, organizations not only enhance long-term success but also cultivate cultures grounded in fairness, trust, and moral integrity, contributing positively to societal well-being and universal happiness.